The Indiana Fever have dropped a new workout video with the rookies. I think I saw Jillian Aileen in there too, practicing with Caitlyn Clark, and everyone is going crazy.
Where she moves markets. And when you've got someone who moves markets, you have to pay attention to that person.
Just through these first few days of practice, everybody's been really great and it's been so much fun.
I've been so impressed with the product on the court. Over 200% viewership increase since Caitlyn Clark has come in. And by the way, you can just look to that shot. That was incredible. That scene was awesome.
The moment the footage hit the internet, everything changed. One moment, it was just another regular day at the Indiana Fever training camp. And the next, social media erupted. Fans were buzzing, the internet caught fire, and Caitlyn Clark was trending across the globe once again.
Pretty exciting. One of the big reasons fans flock to State Farm Arena is, of course, the Caitlyn Clark effect.
She's a wonderful player. She brought a lot of eyeball.
But this time, it wasn't about a buzzer beater or a headline-making quote. It was something that happened behind closed doors during practice that left everyone stunned.
I think they obviously are taking winning and capitalizing off of this Caitlyn Clark moment they have going.
The leaked practice footage revealed a different Caitlyn, stronger, faster, and more focused than ever. Her jump shot was automatic, her court vision, elite. But it was her energy, that fierce, fearless intensity, that told the real story. She wasn't just practicing. She looked like a sniper locked onto one target, the Atlanta dream. What started as a quiet training session quickly became the hottest topic in the WNBA. Fans noticed, analysts noticed, and the dream, they definitely noticed. Because what they saw wasn't just improvement, it was a complete transformation. This wasn't the same rookie they thought they could rattle.
And Caitlyn Clark was a part of, I believe, 20 of 23 of the WNBA's most watched games last year. This is not a random blip. This is a shift. This is a full force trend.
Now, the entire league is on alert. Is Caitlyn Clark about to rewrite the WNBA's story? Is Atlanta ready for the storm heading their way? Whether you've backed her from day one or just saw the viral clip, one thing is certain, something big is coming.
The WNBA saw a boom like we have never seen. We saw Caitlyn Clark come into the league. We saw the Caitlyn Clark effect. We saw the influx in fans who flooded to the WNBA, and many of those were there for Caitlyn Clark.
Drop a C100 in the chat if you've supported Caitlyn Clark since day one, because this moment, this game, isn't just hype. It's the beginning of something entirely new, something the league has never seen before.
She could potentially be one of the best point guards to ever play in the WNBA.
And I want to personally thank Caitlyn Clark for lifting up our sport.
Caitlyn Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years.
What started as a routine training session turned into a viral sensation the instant someone hit record. The clip was barely a minute long, but that's all it needed to light up the internet.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despise. She's cocky for a good reason.
Confident.
How smart she is around the ball and just putting people in different places to be successful. So it's just been really fun getting to know her.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever fans could scroll, that video took over. And the message couldn't be clearer. Caitlyn Clark isn't just preparing for her rookie debut. She's turning herself into a weaponized version of greatness.
More people watched this preseason game than game 1 of last year's WNBA finals. 1.3 million people watched Caitlyn Clark.
The clip opens with her sinking a logo 3. Nothing but net. Then, in one seamless motion, she sprints down court, weaving through defenders like they're stationary, fires a no-look pass, and finishes with an off-balance jumper that still lands clean. The message: she's not here to ease in. She's here to take over.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is.
The fact that it is so prevalent in mainstream highlights that we're talking about it here shows the growth of the sport, shows the power of Caitlyn Clark, shows you how many more people are paying attention to it.
And it wasn't even filmed on professional equipment. The camera was shaky, unpolished, raw. But that made it even more powerful. You could hear the squeak of her sneakers, the swish of the net, and the gasps of teammates who couldn't believe what they were seeing.
As Caitlyn got better, obviously we had to change our strategy and how we defended her. When you're playing against great players, you're not going to stop them, right? You just have to try to make life as difficult as possible.
An unstoppable force was taking shape right before their eyes. Even seasoned Fever veterans paused mid-drill, eyes fixed on her, nodding subtly, maybe even murmuring, "She's dialed in." What was supposed to be a quiet, private practice quickly turned into the most watched moment of the preseason.
They will recognize, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Caitlyn Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlyn Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
And it wasn't just the fans fueling the excitement. Analysts jumped in too. Her footwork's tighter, one ESPN analyst noted. She's reading the floor quicker, reacting sharper, and leading like a seasoned pro.
People have said that, hey, no one watches preseason. 1.3 million people tuned in to watch a preseason WNBA game. All right. Not only did they watch a WNBA preseason game, the game was on ESPN. Think about it. That's never happened before, ever.
Others highlighted her quicker first step, the new strength in her physique, and the smooth way she elevates and lands, as if her entire body moves in harmony. It's not just that she looks better, she looks dangerous. That level of transformation doesn't happen by luck. It happens when someone grinds in silence.
WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlyn Clark. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say 15 to 18 game Caitlyn Clark package.
And the timing? Absolutely perfect. The Atlanta Dream are paying attention. And so is the rest of the WNBA. That viral clip wasn't just a highlight reel. It was a message. Caitlyn's been putting in unseen hours, and now the league is about to feel what that looks like.
She's an incredibly hard worker. She's a high IQ player. She's a perfectionist. Like, she wants to get better. She lives in the gym. And so you knew that growth was going to take place, and having the opportunity to watch her on a daily basis and how she approaches the work. Like, there are work ethics and there are work styles, right? And a work style of not wasting reps, of not wasting time, of being very intentional about a growth process.
Caitlyn Clark didn't go viral just by showing up. She went viral because the quiet work she did behind closed doors finally exploded into the spotlight. For months, people doubted her, claimed she was just a flashy college star, not built for the league's grind. But she didn't clap back online. She disappeared into the grind, into the weights, the drills, the discomfort. Now she's back, tougher, colder, and more locked in than ever.
Yeah, I mean, that was like my biggest focus in the offseason, is just trying to get stronger and really working on that. And really thankful for Sarah, our strength and conditioning coach, like put in a lot of time with me, and we were in here consistently. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for myself, is just having that consistency to be able to work on it for 6 months or whatever it was. So I certainly feel a lot stronger, and I'm a pretty self-aware person. I knew that was going to be a huge part of it, and it's going to help me offensively, it's going to help me defensively, it's going to help me not get as tired throughout games. So yeah, definitely one of the focus points of my off season is just getting stronger, and even through these two practices, like I can certainly feel it.
She admitted it herself. This offseason was all about building strength and conditioning. With help from the Fever's strength coach, she reshaped her frame, added power to her drives, boosted stamina in her legs, and built the endurance to run the floor at full speed without tiring out.
One more thing on Caitlyn, which makes her super valuable, is she is leading the WNBA in points generated, which means points scored and or points assisted on. She is leading the league by a significant margin, and she is doing this as a rookie with a Fever team that is not comprised of a bunch of all-stars.
That added muscle wasn't for looks. It was for taking contact, absorbing hits, and still finishing plays. You can already see the difference in practice. She's no longer getting knocked off her line, no longer fading in late drills. She's dominating every rep, but her transformation wasn't just physical, it was mental. For the first time in a long while, Caitlyn had space, no games, no cameras, just time to think and reset. After a non-stop college season and the whirlwind entry into the pros, she needed quiet, and she used it. She talked about visiting the Masters, unplugging, cooking, spending time with family, just living like a regular person. That peace turned into fuel. She didn't feel like she was on a break. She felt like she was recharging. And when she came back starving.
Yeah, I think any rookie coming into this league, you all kind of experience the same thing. You're moving to a new city, you're meeting new people, have new teammates, have new coaches. You're trying to figure out how the WNBA works. So I think it's all just really new. Like, you're starting to just a very new chapter of your life, and you're trying to get your feet under you. So I don't know. I think going into year 2, that's kind of the biggest thing for me. Is just I feel like I have experience in this league. I know what to expect. I know how training camp works. Even though we have a new coach and I have a lot of new teammates, like, just having that experience of how things operate, I think has provided me with a lot of confidence.
She's also learning at warp speed. As a second-year point guard, she's already absorbing lessons from vets like Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard, players who've won titles, led locker rooms, and lasted in the league. Caitlyn isn't trying to be the loudest voice, she's trying to be the most prepared, and it shows. Her film study has sharpened, she's processing defenses quicker, and she's breaking them down without forcing shots. Her basketball IQ is leveling up, and that's what separates stars from legends. There's more self-awareness in her now. She knows she attracts attention. She knows she's a target. But instead of shying away, she's embracing it. She's more vocal, more calculated, and more committed to being a real leader. Off camera, she's building genuine chemistry. Not surface-level bonds, but the hard-earned trust that comes from accountability and lifting each other up. She's learning that leadership isn't just about putting up numbers. It's about setting the standard, taking on the pressure, and never letting the bar drop.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
Let's not forget, she's doing all this while standing in the center of enormous expectations. The Fever now have their most complete roster in years, packed with championship veterans and rising stars like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, both ready to level up. Caitlyn isn't just a franchise player, she's the glue holding this ambitious group together. And by all accounts, she's owning that role, with grit, maturity, and no excuses. She doesn't need to clap back online. She doesn't need to defend her name. Her strength, her sharper game, her calm dominance in practice, that's her response. For anyone still doubting her, that viral footage wasn't a fluke. It was a warning. The Caitlyn Clark people thought they knew. She's gone. What's coming now is something faster, smarter, and relentless.
Caitlyn Clark is becoming the best player in the entire WNBA, not because she's white, because she's that good.
The thing Caitlyn Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlyn Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlyn Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never.
The best player in America, the best shooter in America.
Watch her play. She plays at a high level.
She's going to break records nonstop for the next couple of years.
She's the only one capable of taking nothing and making it something.
The footage from Caitlyn Clark's training camp didn't just show progress, it exposed a rising threat. The Atlanta Dream may be bracing for a talented rookie, but what they'll face is a highly tuned competitor. Caitlyn has been drilling plays designed to dismantle high-pressure defenses, skip passes, corner threes, and aggressive traps. Everything she's working on is built to counter Atlanta's physical style. And judging from what we've seen, she's not just surviving pressure, she's hunting it. Head coach Stephanie White has tossed the old game plan. The new offense is fast, fluid, positionless, and Caitlyn is the engine. Even vets like Dana Bonner are deferring to her tempo in practice, letting her lead with poise and command. This matchup is coming at just the right time. Atlanta is fast, tough, and full of young energy, just like the Fever. But Caitlyn has evolved. She's not trying to earn a role anymore. She's ready to own it. With a revamped scheme and something to prove, this isn't a debut, it's a declaration. The Dream might expect a rising talent. What they'll face is a storm. Something is shifting. You can feel it. The Indiana Fever aren't just contenders. They're surging. And at the heart of it all is Caitlyn Clark. Leaner, louder, stronger, and laser-focused. That viral video? It wasn't hype. It was evidence. Proof of a player who didn't just train to keep up. She trained to take over. This game against Atlanta isn't just another chapter. It could be the prologue to her legacy. The Fever now have a faster, deeper, and more complete roster. Their coaching is sharper, built to unleash Caitlyn's skills. Veteran young star chemistry is kicking in faster than expected. Now all of that goes under the spotlight against one of the league's toughest matchups. And spoiler alert, the momentum isn't fading, it's building. Caitlyn has already shattered viewership records and catapulted Indiana into the league's spotlight. And that was before the season even started. If she brings half of what we saw in training camp, the fire, the focus, the fearlessness, Atlanta will be overwhelmed. And the rest of the WNBA? They'll realize this isn't just buzz, it's real. The Caitlyn Clark era isn't approaching, it's already here. She's not walking into the arena as just a rookie. She's entering as a force, ready to reshape the league. For every young player who dreams big, she's showing the blueprint. The lights are bright, the moment is now, and Caitlyn Clark is already one step ahead.